Yeah, we're really excited this year. I'm excited to coach these guys. These seniors were freshmen when I first got here. Tell them all the time they're my babies, and really, really special group for me. Regardless of what our final record ends up being, I'm extremely proud of this group and how much they've grown, and we've really gotten to grow together. Some of our key players, of course, Lenore Sellers. He's the guy that kind of everybody talks about. Our quarterback has grown tremendously. Has become more of a leader for our program, and just as a model kid. It's great when you have a program where the best player in your program is also your best kid. Evan Singletary, Jabari Johnson, and Lenore's little brother Jaden Sellers will kind of head up our receiving core. We got a new receiver this year, came out from our basketball team, Thomas White. We'll also see a lot of playing time. He's done a really great job this summer of learning the offense, hard worker. Our offensive line I'm excited about. A lot of those guys are three-year starters now, and we feel good about where we are at the tight end and fullback position as well. Defensively, we are anchored by Jalen Davis and Trokel Prue. Trokel's our inside linebacker, Jalen's our outside linebacker. Both of those guys are kind of the heart and soul of our defense. They play hard every single snap, and they are relentless. They're exactly what you want at that position. We got Quincy back at free safety. Quincy came in and filled in at quarterback for us last year after Lenore's went down. We're happy to have him back at free safety. He's got great range, has just great ball skills, and really, really excited to have him back there again this year.
Our offensive line really did a good job of taking over in the second half. Couldn't get the passing game going. They did a phenomenal job. Had a good plan for covering us in the deep ball. Hats off to our offensive line and our tailbacks, man, and our quarterback. Everybody had to run the ball tonight, and we were able to get the job done when that's what was required of us. Last week, they were stopping our run. We were able to hit some deep balls on them. So proud of this group for fighting all the way to the end. And hats off to Oceanside, man. They've got a great team. They're extremely well coached, and they're going to have a great season.
All right, Coach, like you mentioned, had a lot of running backs there. I know your quarterback got in the end zone, but it was Shaquem Shiloh and number one who really kind of carried the load for you.
They did. Those last two drives were critical. They did a great job of toting the rock, and our offensive line really, really did a good job of getting pushed, getting to the second level. We just did a great job there in the second half of running the football.
All right, I know defensively number 24 had his moments, but you guys were able to have a big red zone stop when you needed to, and on a couple of two-point conversions as well.
Yeah, they're big up front. They are extremely good blockers and move their feet well and do a good job of eating you up. And our defense just made big plays when they had to. Really, really proud of those guys. And, I told our guys that if we want to accomplish the things we've talked about this year, there's going to be a lot of games like this that we've got to win close games. Last year, we lost a lot of close games down the stretch, so I was proud that our guys did what it took at the end to get the win.
I know kind of part of that too was the penalties tonight obviously had to be something you guys want to address moving forward.
I'm extremely disappointed in that. I say if there's anything I'm disappointed in tonight, it was the penalties. That's something that plagued us last year. We talked a lot about, and Monday will be a long day for us.
Preparing this week, we took all the time that we needed to prepare and get ready for them, and that's what we did. We went out there and we executed.
Okay. All right, got off the bat really good, had that big long pass that seemed to really kind of get you guys in rhythm. Did you just kind of start to feel it a little bit there? Things just kind of snowballed for you?
Yes, sir. Just like last week, we started feeling it, and then once we start rolling, we start going.
Okay. All right, what was just kind of like out there for you? I know once you guys started getting up a little bit more, just kind of kept adding scores. Was that just kind of the game plan all along?
Oh, yeah. It was really just control. We control, focus on what we had to do. If we did our job, then we know things would be all right.
Okay. All right, able to do that, but your new South Point, had the tendency to come back. What was just the biggest key in that second half for you guys? Took kind of the best punch to begin with, but able to come back and get a few scores after that.
Just keep it on them, really. Don't get complacent, like Coach Morrow always say, and that was just really the game plan.
Shaquem, once you started running the ball in the second quarter, you just didn't stop.
Yeah, as if we put in hard work and practice, we just got to be efficient. We try our hardest to be a unit, as one, as a team, we come together as one. We really got big plans this year,
Did you find yourself in a rhythm early, just from the first time you carried the ball tonight?
Yes, sir. Our line did an amazing job. It's shout out to my line. They raw. Boys, it's crazy. We're went for them, I went and did what I did tonight. So.
Just what's your previous rushing high in a game? Do you know right offhand?
Probably like my longest yard run or
Well, most you had in the game.
10.
Oh, you passed that. You passed it by a long shot.
Sure, yeah.
Just did you feel a sense of urgency tonight? You know, typically, you know, Hartsfield has a great defense, and it was your job to take their mind off Lenoris.
Yeah, like I seen like it was really like overflowing hard, so I knew I had to be patient. I had to be patient when the time came. I had to hit it. Like I had to get it.
And you said,
Of course.
once you saw Shaquem run on the first carry, did you think he was okay?
Yeah, and I don't think he came out much after that. He was good. He was fully healthy. We just kind of wanted to ease him back into what we were doing.
Just what kind of impact did he make once he got on the field?
Oh, huge, tough runner. RJ did a really good job for us too. Hartsfield did a phenomenal job game planning. They came out and frankly they caught me a little off guard on the first 2 drives. Had to make some adjustments. Our offense was incredibly inefficient in the first half. I can't tell you how many drop balls we had. That was very disappointing. Something we really need to improve on moving forward.
Coach, you go by the nickname Puppy. Why don't we talk about how you got that?
Because Lenoris is the big dog of the team, and I came up as one of the youngest one on the team. That's why they call me Puppy.
Okay, Jaden, you started as a defensive back through most of your youth football career and played defensive back through middle school. How did that prepare you to become the receiver you become?
Well, I already knew how to play receiver, and I knew how to play defensive back way more, and I know what they're trying to do and how to stop me, and I know the coverages, so it made me read the defensive back easier.
Okay. When you caught your first touchdown pass from Lenoris last year against Irmo, just how memorable was that?
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was one of the best feelings in the world, and I should remember catching the ball.
Okay. What do you feel is the most important thing you need to focus on this year as the season goes on?
My hands, my eyes and hands coordination.
Okay. What kind of leadership role have you had to take on just as a sophomore, with you being a go-to receiver and you guys ranked #1 in the state? Just what's been your role? Has your team role on the team increased since then?
Kinda, yes, sir. People respect me a lot more and keep their eyes on me and respect me and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, what's your favorite touchdown catch from Lenoris?
Probably it'll be my slant against Carolina Forest, because it was a real good catch by me and a real good route and a good throw.
All right. What do you like about football?
I love the crowd, and I love how fast-paced it is. That's it.
What did you see? What did you experience when fans started racing?
Saw everybody start running. The only thing I was scared about was getting my kids to the locker room. So everybody was safe, so that's the most important thing.
That was kind of my recollection. Is I looked up and I saw fans moving toward one side of the bleachers, and then I looked on the field. Both teams were gone.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that tonight everything that happened before that is probably going to be overshadowed by that. But our kids played a great game and everybody's safe, so we're happy right now.
What was it like being in the field house with your players? You're told you can't go anywhere until the parking lot becomes less congested. What things did you tell your players during that time?
I just, I told them that we were in good hands. Florence law enforcement, there's plenty of them here, and that we were all going to be okay. Just
what kind of thoughts are going through your mind right now that it's roughly an hour ago since this last happened? I think it was like 9:11 p.m. when people started going through the stands.
Again, it's just very unfortunate that, one person can yell one thing and then that can happen. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in now. So, it is what it is.
Coach Myrtle, what have you heard happened? We were up in the press box, the windows were closed. We just saw people going from the right side of the stands just going toward the left side of the stands really, really fast.
Yeah, I hadn't been told anything. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
This was homecoming night for y'all. Just what What kind of what are thoughts are going through your mind after this happened on homecoming night?
Again, it's just unfortunate that, you know, the way the story is going to be this, right? When the story should have been, you know, that we played really well tonight. Our kids had a good week of practice and played well, and you know, it is what it is. It's the world we live in now.
Do you think everything was done tonight that could have been done to prevent everything?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. Yep, I've got full faith and confidence in our district, our law enforcement, and everybody. I think that everything was handled as well as it could be handled. You can't. It's hard to account for stupid people. Yep.
What can be done to keep this from happening in the future?
That's not a question for me. I'm just a football coach.
Now let's talk about the game.
Let's do that.
Lenora Sellers, 425 yards, 8 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Syracuse football coach was here, and he was crowned homecoming king before the game. What a night for Lenoris.
Yeah, I was really excited that he was able to put together a really good night. He has meant the world to this football program, and was really, really happy for him to have a night like that where it's homecoming and in front of a big crowd and in front of the Syracuse coaches. That was just an added bonus.
Defense, 2 interceptions lead to touchdown drives.
Yep. Defense played really well. Did a good job of containing their passing attack. They're really talented, you know, on the offensive side of the ball, and so to hold them to zero is accomplishment for us.
The onside kick, that even led to a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, that was something that we've been practicing every week, and just felt like at that point of the game that'd be something good for us to put on film, really, and executed it very well. So I was very pleased that we were able to execute that.
Y'all were tremendous tonight. What part, if any, do you feel what happened with evacuation stadium? What does that take away from tonight's game?
Well, what it takes away is that our twos didn't get the playing time that they deserve. You know, they work really, really hard all week long, and we were really looking forward to getting those guys, you know, a lot of playing time, and it's just really, really unfortunate that they didn't get that tonight.
Well, Coach Lauder, what did you see? What did you notice when things started happening in the stands?
I didn't see much. I was on the track, and I just saw people running, but I mean, other than that, I didn't see a whole lot.
The teams went quickly to the locker room. Safety was the priority. That became more important than the game.
Yeah, we kind of prepped them, and just if anything happened, just to get to the locker room. So, fortunately, they saw, you know, kind of the people running the stands, so they just went to the locker rooms.
Coach, have you been told what happened, what caused all that?
Not a clue.
This was your homecoming. You had 3,500 something people here, not including students,
Right.
and it's probably a lot more. What did this do to your homecoming night?
It's just unfortunate for the kids, you know, the kids that were involved in the homecoming ceremony, and the seniors that are, you know, on the football team. It's just unfortunate that, you know, something like this happens and they don't get to enjoy the night.
Coach, is there something in the future that can be done to prevent something like this from happening again?
I mean, we do a pretty good job, you know, with the security at the gates and making sure that, you know, we're wanding people and, you know, enforcing the clear bag policy and just, you know, kind of keep an eye on what comes in. You know, I mean, we're doing about as much as you can do to ensure that, you know, everybody in the stadium is safe. And that, I mean, I think everybody was safe. It's just you know, people started running and the next stadium cleared out.
Okay. Would there be a talk about possibly metal detectors in the future?
Well, we do wand everybody that comes in with a metal detector.
Okay.
So as far as walk-through metal detectors, that would be a decision, you know, that would be made amongst all the athletic directors, principals, and districts. So we do wand everybody, so everybody does pass through some kind of metal detector before they come into the stadium.
It means a lot. We're really excited. We're going to celebrate tonight. And you know, the nature of this job, you know, we're going to go back to work on Saturday. We're fighting for our lives from here on out. 10-0 is great. Region champs, great. #1 seed, extremely important. But nobody cares about that starting tomorrow. Every single week we've got to perform at our best, or we won't accomplish the things we really want to accomplish this year.
It just feels good, really. We put in all the work. We put in all the work. It's finally paying off, and it just feels good. Yes, sir.
What was the game plan with Jabray? Was that discussed before the game to get him involved?
Just take what they give us. Really, we was going to keep them in, run the ball. Then once they suck down, take a shot, and that's what we did.
How meaningful was this after missing last year's game? You dominated running the ball, you dominated passing the ball.
It felt really good to finally be able, well, not finally, but to finish the season. Last year I missed half the season, so it just felt good to be back.
What kind of tone does this set for the postseason? You're undefeated, ranked #1 in the state.
It just gives us some momentum. Just keep doing us, focusing on us. That's the biggest thing.
Well, Jabray, was that a career high for you tonight receiving?
Yes, sir.
Just were you factored into the game plan tonight? Were you told before the game that you were going to get a lot of targets?
No, I wasn't here told. Coach Martin was just like, hey, all y'all got to do buy in. Everybody got to execute on the highest level. Everybody execute, and they going to go our way. I really appreciate Coach Martin for telling me that.
Coach Jenner, just what was the difference tonight?
They were a lot stronger up front, beat our tail on both sides of the ball, offense, defensive line. They played really well. Give them all the credit in the world, man. Really well coached football team, and they're going to be a hard out for somebody. Hopefully it's us.
Just how can you guys build from tonight?
We're all right. We're all right. If you're going to have your crossroads moment when you're 9-1, that's a great time to have your crossroads moment. So
I thought we came out pretty good. Defense played really well to start with. Had probably the best field position I've ever had for an entire half. I think we had the ball on their side of the 50 for every drive. But we came out, executed, did what we needed to do, stayed healthy tonight, and happy to be moving on to the next round.
Okay. All right. What was just the biggest thing you were just kind of looking, obviously from tonight? Obviously Lenore's, had his touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, and obviously you guys were able to run the ball pretty effectively as well.
Yeah. We played well up front. Receivers did a good job for the most part. Lenore's was on point. Everybody played pretty well tonight.
Okay. All right, Coach, able in the second half especially to get kind of, your subs in there and, kind of get them a little bit of experience. How big do you think that's going to be just kind of moving forward?
Yeah, that was a big deal for us, being able to get those guys in who generally don't get to play as much. They came in, and some played well, some didn't, but got some good film on them, and we'll go to work on that on Sunday.
Okay. And obviously getting out of here, with no injuries, that was kind of the biggest thing. I know you guys were able to kind of manage that, everything in the first half and the second half with the running clock, basically.
Yeah. You said it. Kept getting everybody healthy. That's the most important thing this time of the year. Attrition can get you, and so was pleased to get out without any injuries tonight.
Okay. All right, Coach, what's the biggest thing moving forward now? Obviously, with the next round going to be obviously a little bit more difficult than this one.
That's right. Yeah. I'll keep saying it. We're fighting for our lives every single week. We've got to do a great job of valuing every single day of practice, valuing every rep, and value every Friday night because nothing's guaranteed now. I thought our kids did a really good job of handling the change of schedule. They came out, they played really hard with a lot of intensity for 4 quarters, and that was something that we were glad to see tonight.
Okay. And obviously, you couldn't have started much better. Derek Goodson with the interception right on the first play from scrimmage, and it just seemed like to just give you guys just a boost, and you just kind of rolled from there.
Yeah, that was a huge way to start the game. With the pick 6, so gave us some momentum early, and we were able to hold on to it for the whole game.
Okay. And obviously, I know only kind of downfall or sad note was obviously Shaquem injured pretty early on. Obviously, he didn't play most of the game. Is that just kind of precautionary?
Yeah. He's going to be all right, but we just thought that we had the game, in control. And RJ is a great player. We got a lot of confidence in him. Good to see him run the ball hard tonight and have good success running the ball.
Yeah, I think he had about 179 yards, 2 TDs.
Wow.
So he was a force for you guys, and obviously the Norse, had a couple touchdown passes as well.
Yeah. Everybody played well for the most part. Got to do a better job of executing in our passing game for sure. But we had our moments where we were good, and plenty of things to clean up. Got to continue to improve every week because next week's going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Obviously, Derek's was the big one, but you had 3 interceptions and kept them out of the end zone when it was still kind of, maybe could have been a closer game than it was.
Yeah, our defense played lights out. They've played really, really well, really ever since the first quarter of Myrtle Beach. They've really shut people down, and they play fast. They're physical. They're hard to defend, and they're a special group.
All right, Coach, obviously now you guys get a little bit extra time to prepare for your next round, so what's just the biggest key kind of moving forward now?
Yeah, the biggest thing for us is to continue to stay focused, right? Yeah, that's what I just got done telling them. We got 2 more days of school where we're, not going to be playing the game. Weather's going to be nasty, but we've got to continue to do the things that we need to do in order to be successful in the next round because each round gets tougher and tougher. So maintain our focus, maintain our intensity, hopefully for 3 more weeks. They got the #1 scoring defense in the state. I think they're giving up like 8 points a game right now. They're very, very good on defense, multiple. They play fast and they're physical too. They're really a lot like us.
it'll be that'll be a good matchup. Our offense against their defense. They got a lot of really good players, and it'll be a tremendous challenge for us, no doubt.
Is it just kind of one unit stands out for them? Is it just kind of across the board? They just seem to be really good.
Across the board, they get in position really, really well. I think they got a solid group of linebackers, good group of defensive linemen. They're kind of like us. They don't have that one star. They just got 11 guys who play really, really well together.
Okay. All right, Coach, and kind of going off that, what's it going to be like, with those two, obviously, top forces going against each other? On the other flip side, your defense against kind of their offense, what are you kind of looking for out of those two matchups?
Yeah, defensively, we played really well the last couple of weeks. That's something that we certainly need to continue. We've done a really good job of, especially the last 2 weeks. When we make a tackle, we got 5, 6, 7 guys making a tackle. Coach Jordan's done a really great job of kind of developing that mentality of everybody getting to the ball. That's going to be big this week. They've got 2 big tailbacks. Really, really big guys, 200-plus pounds. And so gang tackling, tackling with proper form, all that kind of stuff is going to be really important for us this week.
I knew I had to step up in that position, so I just took it time by time, learning what I had to learn that helped the team out. Time by time, learning what I had to learn that helped the team out. I just had to do what was best for the team. As I play every game after every Monday through Thursday, you just got to get better at that. That's what we preach. Monday the hard day, Tuesday the hard day, Wednesday the hard day, Thursday wrap everything up, Friday ball game. So as we go through that, it helped me get developed better.
What was your position last year?
I was playing H-back last year.
H-back, okay.
Yes, sir.
You do have some history in this stadium. You scored the first ever touchdown here in a regular season game. What does that mean?
It was great. The energy, the vibe, everything was great. Let me say, after they say I scored the first touchdown, everybody just know who I am now. And as I play, as my performance keeps going on, it just grows bigger and bigger. So,
how did it come about where Coach Marlowe wanted to convert you from halfback to pure running back?
He said I was a bowling ball. He said it takes a lot to take me down. I just had to get it going.
When did it become official that you were the running back? I know I talked to Coach Marlowe before the season started. The running back position was one of his big concerns.
During the summer.
Okay.
During the summer. Yeah.
Did he have a talk with you?
Yes, sir.
What did he tell you?
He was like, hey, baby. He was like, this is what it takes. He was like, go get it. And I had to go get it.
So, how many yards did you rush for last year? Was it a lot?
Nah. H-back, when I was playing H-back, I usually was blocking, catching passes. Not really running the ball. This is my first year, having big stats.
Well, you're obviously doing well. What do you like about running the ball?
My old line, man. Them boys up there, they get it done. Them boys, it's a lot of movement. When the block's there, you hit the hole, man. Just great for everybody. The energy, the vibe. It's like you start the game off and run the ball, everybody lit. It's like you set the tone.
Last year when you were a halfback, you just mentioned it a minute ago, you had some technical responsibilities in blocking. Now, when you're a running back, there's some technical responsibilities as well. You've got to read the openings. Did that experience from reading blocks and knowing when to block, did that help you adjust this year?
No lie, it helps a lot. As H-back, I had to go out. I had to dodge people to make me go to block the person I had to block. And then I couldn't go too far out or too far in. I had to be precise with it. So as it transferred to running back, I know when the block was going to happen, so I know when to cut.
I understand you have a nickname?
Mighty Mouse, yes, sir.
Yeah, how did that come about?
My 8th grade year, I was playing running back and linebacker. And then I could hit when I was on linebacker. I used to hit, so they used to tell me I was Mighty Mouse.
Well, you can pack a punch on both ends of the ball, and that comes from your weightlifting days too. You're a reigning state weightlifting champion. How has that helped you?
The strength is a lot. I'm already short, but the strength, everybody get blinded. Everybody get blinded by the height. The strength takes over.
14-0 is great, but it don't mean nothing. We're not focused next week, and we don't win next week. You understand me? Yes, sir. Great job tonight. Great job getting. You understand? Yes, but look, everything that we want is now 1 week away. We did not set out to win the semifinal game. We didn't set out to play for a state championship. You remember? Yes, sir. It was to win it. And to win it, guys, you got to be perfect. You understand me? Yes, sir. A lot of things to clean up. Film on Sunday. enjoy the win, act like a champion.
Yes, sir.
Act like a champion so that we can be champions next week.
Everybody be at field. Everybody.
You have to go out tonight and prove again that you belong here. Years ago, when we were trying to find our way, they won a state championship. 2 years ago, you were 2-6. Right, their program has been established. Okay, tonight, if you want that same thing, you have to go out and take it, because they're not going to give it to you tonight. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Play fast and be physical on every single play. The last play doesn't matter. The next play is the most important play of your life. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Do not let them get in your head.
Yes, sir.
Don't let them get in your head. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, we stay focused on us. That's our edge. No team in this state can focus on the next play like we can. You've been trained for this moment. Everything you've done for 3 years was for tonight. But you've got to go out and take it. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Go out and freaking take it. Play fast and be physical. Let's go to work.
Just looking forward to it ever since our freshman year. We just had to work for it and we went and got it.
You took this team on your back when you needed to, whether you were running the ball, throwing the ball, you were on cue all night tonight. Just what was going through your mind the whole night?
Just really stay composed. That was my biggest thing since day one of playing varsity football. Just stay composed and lead my team the best I can.
They often tried to take away the pass. You countered with the run. Just what was your mentality while running the ball tonight?
Just take what they give us, honestly. Not trying to force anything. Take what they give us and then survive to play another down.
5 touchdowns tonight in a lower state championship game.
Yes, sir.
That's going to go down in the South Florence history, but this team is now farther along than any team in South Florence history. What does this night mean to you?
It means a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we're just looking forward to it. We worked for it the last 2 years and we finally got it.
What's going through your mind?
We got one more. You know, I've already it was great for about 10 seconds and then immediately went to, we've got one more. You know, we didn't set out this year to go 14-0. We set out this year to go 15-0. And we've got the opportunity to do that now if we can, you know, have a really great week of practice. We've got to make sure that we don't get distracted with all the things that come with this game. And, you know, got to go and play, you know, a great team with a lot of tradition.
Just when we think we could say all the fantastic things about Lenora Sellers, he does even more fantastic things tonight. He took the team on his back. 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's the best football player in the state of South Carolina. There's no doubt about it. If he doesn't win South Carolina Mr. Football, then the award's not worth having. All right, he's the best player in this state.
Just every time they tried to take away the pass, he countered with the run.
Yep. Made good decisions. I think he might have missed 2 throws tonight, but he was on point in the passing game early when we were trying to keep him off balance. They did a great job of keeping us, you know, off balance with what they were doing defensively. Lenore's made some things happen on the run, and he's meant the world to this program, and we need it for one more week.
What does it mean to see the South Florence fans fill those stands?
Oh my gosh, the crowd was unbelievable. They were here for warm-ups. We had more people here than they did for warm-ups, and I think probably throughout the whole game.
Yeah, more people throughout the whole game.
Yeah, they were huge tonight. Really provided a lot of, you know, just created an environment for us, and we felt like we were playing at home. We really did, and that was big tonight. They need to come next week, and everybody needs to bring a friend. We need double next week.
Okay. Well, what's this experience been like?
It's just taking it from the backyard into like bigger stage. Really, that's how we think about it. It's not really nothing too much different.
What was your impressions watching Lenore's when you were a little kid?
I realized like he was faster, and I just took notes off how he played, and I did that in my age group.
Okay. When you watched your little brother play as a kid, do you remember anything just watching him play?
I don't remember much from watching him play. I mean, his teams were always good. I know that because my dad was his coach. So like, we had to be there. So.
And didn't you used to be a quarterback?
Yes, I was a quarterback in Little League.
Right. So did you try to emulate him as a quarterback a little bit? Was it a competition between you two, or?
Yes, sir. I tried to throw like far, and it was not accurate. It was really bad.
What other positions were you tried at?
I played quarterback, running back, receiver, and I played a little bit of defense.
Before you found your place as a quarterback, did you like any other position? Did you think before you became a quarterback you were going to be a running back or anything?
No, but I actually started playing running back before I started playing quarterback.
Okay.
I mean, it was fun, but like I like quarterback more.
That running back mentality when you're a quarterback, when you have to tuck the ball and run, does that kind of come back to you? Your technique is it? Yeah. Just how do you approach that?
Just do what I can, do what I need to do to put my team in the best situation.
All right. Experience from that throwing with him in the backyard. How does that help you on Friday nights? Are you able to read his ball, read his style a little bit better than a normal receiver would?
Yes, sir. We got a good connection, so it makes it easier to read his ball.
Okay. Well, take me back to last season when y'all scored your first touchdown on a pass receiver connection. I think it was against Irmo. Is that right? Take me back to that night. What do you remember from that, Lenoris?
I remember practicing it all week, and Ma was like, it'll pop open, because they were a man. And once we run, that route, that pick, or whatever you want to call it, it opens up. So when I went out there, that's what I was expecting, and that's what happened.
Once you saw that ball coming to you from your brother, and it lands in your hand, what do you remember from that night?
Happy. Like, I was real happy, and I tried to celebrate with him, but he was on the ground, so I had to run to my coach.
What was it like for your dad? Do you remember talking with your dad after the game? How it had to have been special for him.
Yes, sir. It made my dad real emotional, and that's good.
What's it like for your dad to watch y'all play on the same team this year?
It's exciting for him. Really, all of our family come to the game, so just to see everything translate from what we see in the backyard together on the field is just a special moment for us.
What strikes you about their chemistry if you wouldn't have known they were brothers, Jaden and Lenoris?
Yeah, you wouldn't know they were brothers. They're both two very different personalities. Lenoris is quiet, reserved, usually pretty calm and collected. Jaden he's funny. He's got a lot of personality. Talks sometimes too much, but you wouldn't know they were brothers. But the way they play together on the field has been really special for us this year. They've both done a great job, and they do. You can tell Jaden has grown up catching Lenoris's passes. It's taken a lot of other receivers a while to get used to the velocity that he throws the ball with, how far he can throw it, but you can kind of tell Jaden's been doing it his whole life.
It feels great. We've been working on this for like 4 years. Really, we just finally paid off for it.
Okay. And just talk about your night you had tonight. Every catch you had was just memorable. I know you dove for a few of them. Just to kind of describe your night?
I think I was just locked in tonight. Like I think every ball that was thrown to me, I caught one. Well, one wasn't a touchdown.
But what was it like? I know a lot of those plays were pretty hard to make.
It felt amazing. Like words can't even describe.
Okay. But you knew, how much did you know those catchers were going to be, big for you guys basically down the stretch?
Yeah, I knew they were going to be big. They kept telling me, just wait, we're going to take the shots, just wait. When they finally did, I finally executed it with them.
Okay. All right, and how well were you and Lenoris just, kind of in sync tonight, basically?
Just like always, just any ball I feel like I can get, I just go get it.
Okay. And it seemed like you were just to kind of describe that first one. I know that first touchdown for the game is sliding there in the end zone. What was that kind of like? Did that just kind of give you confidence for the rest of the game?
Yeah, once I got that, it just gave me my confidence booster. I already knew what it was for the rest of the game.
I told my brother to trust me. He said he trusts me, and he put the ball where I can get it, and I got the ball.
Okay. What was it guys on that play? Were you fighting to defender the whole time there? Or?
Nah, I burned him off. Like as soon as the play started, I had him beat. So.
Okay. All right, how well were you and Lenoris and all the receivers just in sync tonight? How well were you just guys in sync?
We told Coach Marlowe Coach Marlowe told us we were going to need to put the ball in the air, and that's what he did for us.
Okay. All right, how special is it to kind of have that opportunity to catch that pass with your brother basically in the state championship game and win it obviously?
That's one of the best feelings. Sad that's going to be my last state championship game with him.
First, we will have Derek Howard present the commemorative game ball from the South Carolina Football Coaches Association, the head coach, Andrew Marlowe. The school dignitaries for South Florence High School, the Class 4A state champions are Superintendent Dr. Richard O'Malley, Principal Dan Josie, Commissioner Singleton will present the state championship trophy to Superintendent Dr. Richard O'Malley. Accepting the championship trophy on behalf of the team, Coach Marlowe.
Special kid, once in a generation guy.
What's it like looking up at this crowd right now, seeing all these people who came out to support you guys?
Special. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. Our fans traveled great last week. Seeing this is awesome. It's awesome.
Thank everybody for being here today. We're here today to celebrate with Lenores as he moves on to the next chapter of his life. Lenores has meant so much to South Florence, all the things that he's done both on and off the field. We're all really excited that we can be here with him today to celebrate. Okay? All right, Lenores, it's all you, bud.
Go ahead.
Let us know when you do whatever.
Yeah, can you say something?
Don't say something.
Just to get straight to the point, I will be attending the University of South Carolina. I mean, thank you to everybody recruiting me. Thank for the USC coaches for recruiting me. That's really all I got to say.
You ready to go to work?
What am I supposed to say?
What influenced your decision?
Really just the coaches and the players from around the state. Just the competition we playing with. We always play against each other. Last week at the Shrine Bowl, I talked to a good bit of USC commits and stuff. They were just saying stay home and stuff. So.
How about parents? Anything you would like to say? We know you're proud and all that. But,
Yeah, very proud. I'm happy my baby is home.
Did the SEC versus all other conferences play into that decision?
I mean, it did. You know, the SEC is a bigger conference. They're both good schools. I mean, just more exposure with SEC.
other than Syracuse, was there another potential other than Carolina?
Liberty.
What's going to be your major?
Engineering.
When did you talk to the coaches at either school to let them know your decision?
I knew ever since Tuesday. I talked to them Wednesday morning.
You glad Dad is out there and the suspense is over with?
Yes, sir.
How nice is it that SC also offered your brother a chance you can play together in a couple of years?
It's very nice. You know, we can do the same thing that we did here, there. So, I mean, that played into the decision as well.
What's this been like this last year? You know, 4 years, came back, won the state championship, and now you're going to a school closer to Florence than Syracuse. How's this whirlwind been last year?
It's been long. It was long at the beginning, and then, we had our season. So I was happy then. And then my decision time had to come around, and that was stressful. But now I'm glad I ended it.
Are you going in January or are you
January.
Okay, you are early enrollment.
Are you on for the whole 4 years, or are you looking at 2 years and then declaring?
I plan on whatever happens. When I can declare for the draft, that's what I'll do.
How important is education?
Very.
I know you're looking for that major in case football doesn't work. You're still going to a good school to get that major done. So I know that's really important. I've been talking to your friends and stuff.
Yes, sir.
My last question is just what's it going to be like walking on campus that first day? You get ready to go for spring practice.
A new transition, just like my freshman year of high school. It's just bigger school, more people. It's really good.
Are you redshirting, or do you expect to play when you get up?
I expect to play when I get there.
To the full line for you?
Yes, sir.
It's not a trophy.
Thank you.
Somebody give that to you?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Still checking, man. That's a good looking trophy. Hey, you got one too, didn't you? What's it, South Florence Sweep or something? Thank you.
Should put that on the table.
Yeah.
My fault.
You didn't put it on.